I'm Peter Dose, CFA of the Western Australian Conference. You know, our executive and board of directors believe that the Western Australian Conference has a mission, and that is to lead people to become disciples of Jesus in the context of Revelation chapter 14. In the process of achieving this mission, we have a vision that our conference is renewing the Adventist movement in Western Australia by creating significant lives and transforming communities. Recently, the board of directors has spent quality time working on some strategies that we need to keep that mission and vision alive and growing in our conference. The finances of the Western Australian Conference are inextricably linked to strategy. Where money gets spent is usually a good indication of what matters most. As Jesus said it in Matthew 6:21, where your treasure is, there your heart is also. In other words, our heart, what matters, is always aligned with where the money goes, the treasure. Our conference board of directors is committed to spending money as best we can in alignment with our mission, vision, strategy, and our operational goals. For the current 2015 year, the board of directors decided to approve a deficit budget, where expenditure was planned to be much greater than the estimated tithe income. This was done in faith, believing that God would provide if we followed His will. As we near the end of this year, tithe is not quite as high as we budgeted for, but it's only slightly below budget, and it's still above the 2014 year. And yet our main areas of expenditure are running under budget. So we're forecasting a result for this year that will be very close to break even. The key financial highlights for this year are all major expenses running below budget. We're getting strong donations from legacies and bequests, and the tithe income is higher than last year at this time. The budget, is one of the key strategic tools that the board of directors use to ensure that its goals are realised. The 2016 budget will be a break-even budget with the following important spending initiatives. There'll be an increased role for men's and women's ministries directors. There'll be increased pastoral leadership allocated to some local churches. There'll also be an increased focus on the southwest region. And we will continue to support, with seed funding, the initiative of new church plants. As the infographic shows, the majority of our budget is spent on employing, equipping, and resourcing the pastoral leadership of churches and regions in our conference. The cost of administration and back office support are relatively fixed and much smaller. So any change in tithe received directly impacts the quantity of pastoral leaders that we can employ and allocate to local churches and areas. An increase in tithe leads to an increase in pastoral employment and resourcing, which in turn allows the local church to be even more effective in its mission and its impact on the local community. The main challenge for the board of directors when setting the budget is not knowing how much tithe will be received. So plans are made based on estimates, and we put those plans into God's hands to bless and direct in 2016, according to His goodwill. Most importantly, the continuing success and impact of the Seventh-day Adventist Church across Western Australia depends on each one of us as individual church members. Our conference values each of your personal contributions, your faithfulness with tithe, and your expenditure of time and effort, your volunteering, the gifts that God has blessed you with. We want to give you a huge thank you for your contribution this year. The times we live in, particularly here in Western Australia, are tough, and they make it difficult to remain faithful and generous. Yet our conference continues to be blessed through your faithfulness. We believe that God is blessing our conference and our local churches through the blessing He's giving to you, which, in the end, moves our conference and all of our churches ever closer to fulfilling the mission that God has set for us.